We're live. Yo, yo. So, this is a part two to a video I did a little over 2 years ago. I made the video. I called it, I think, I'm considering dental. Wait, I'm considering. It was about, I was considering removing or having my amalgam fillings removed because of the mercury content. And I went to an oral surgeon slash dentist, and actually I went to a few and talked to them and decided on one. I shared my concerns with them. And the one I decided to go with, we were talking about doing one quadrant at a time. And he looked at each quadrant and said, really, there's one quadrant that's problematic, which was the top left. So I got those ones replaced. I don't even remember what it was. I think a ceramic filling or a composite, one of the white ones. But then, since then, I've really switched up my diet. So this whole thing came from me feeling like something was wrong, like something was wrong with my body, like something was not right, and I was trying to get to the source of it, the cause of it, try to understand what was happening. And it turned out the issues that I was concerned with kind of fixed themselves when I cut out sugar. And like I even see it like from the last video to looking at me now. And I just woke up. It's what is this, the week? It's a weekend and a holiday. I just got out of bed. I didn't just get out of bed, but I mean, I haven't washed my face. I haven't showered today, and like my face is still a little puffy, but it's like my face used to be like swollen. Sugar is highly inflammatory. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube from this guy named Dr. Berg, and he's helped me out a ton with his diet advice. And so I feel like in my last video, I was not making some claims, but I was kind of hinting at, insinuating. Is that the right? Am I using insinuating? Hinting at something bad in an indirect or unpleasant way. Okay, yeah. And I was kind of insinuating or hinting at like teeth of mine possibly being filled when they didn't need to be. And it's like that's still possible, but given the amount of sugar I ate as a kid, like I wouldn't be surprised if I did have like 15 cavities. Like, man, it's crazy, but it's like poison. Like this gum, like even sugar free. I didn't even plan this, and I look out for hidden sugars too. Like it's everywhere. It's added to everything. You wouldn't like places you wouldn't think to find it. I don't know why this is the example that's coming to my head, but beef jerky, a lot of times there's sugar added to it. And as beef jerky, you would think if you're doing something like the ketogenic diet, you would be able to eat beef jerky, but a lot of times they do put sugar in it, and that will kick you out of ketosis if it's a significant amount of sugar. I tried a bunch of diets. I tried vegan. That felt great too. Like, but I did a sugar-free vegan, and I think a lot of vegans do eat a lot of sugar. Um, but cutting the sugar is the way to go. Like this lingering cough I had, this spitting up mucus, like my body being swollen. I was thinking like this is mercury. This is mercury leaking into my body, but it wasn't. It was it was sugar and like too many carbohydrates, and not enough fats, and maybe not enough protein. Maybe I was getting enough, but I don't know. I didn't really up my protein. I just upped my fats and took my carbs down and tried to take my sugars to like just the amount I would get just from eating pistachios or whatever, just like a few grams per day, like no sugars, like not even I even cut out fruits except for avocados and lemons, but like I haven't had an apple or a banana or an orange or anything like that in a couple years. A lot of vegetables, a lot of leafy greens. Um, right now, a lot of fatty meats, and I do feel for the animals, and I feel like it's really a sad thing that living things have to eat other living things to survive, but that's the reality. That's the reality. Living things have to eat other living things to survive, and it depends how you look at it. But so I got one quadrant replaced, and I decided to keep the other quadrants, the other amalgam fillings. Like I'm keeping these. I'm keeping these. This side I went white, but keeping the other ones. Man, it just came down to knowing something was wrong, and just like trying to find the source, trying to find this diet, all diet. And you are what you eat. But it's like people hear that and think like, oh, I should spread out my food evenly throughout the day. I should have a light little cookie to satiate my hunger. I should have some grains. I should, but it's like I feel, man, we've been given a lot of bad advice. And just me trying with my body stuff I heard from Dr. Berg, Dr. Ken Berry, Thomas DeLauer, and a number of people on YouTube, Dr. John Bergman. Um, I listened to these guys mainly, probably some others that I'm not thinking of, but mainly those guys. And man, it was life changing. I'm 32 right now. I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. Um, like even mood, like even like I mean, I still do get anxious sometimes, but it's not the same as when I was a kid. And I loved Seven Up. I drink a couple cans a day, like every single day. Um, and mainstream. I think mainstream medical literature will tell you that you shouldn't have more than 30 grams of sugar per day. I don't know if you guys can hear the clock going off. Oh, it's going to go off 11 times. Damn. But the ketogenic diet goes 30 grams of carbohydrates in general per day. You can't surpass. Um, but if you're constantly getting more than 30 grams of sugar daily, every single day, that's one of the things that leads to diabetes. Um, I'm just repeating mainly stuff from Dr. Berg and other people I've listened to, but I also do looked the things up, and it does check out, and it's like just even on my own body, like I see it like, and I see it around me. You know, my grandmother was diabetic. She ate a lot of sugar. My grandfather lived to be, what was it, 90 something, and he was like on a high fat diet, and sometimes he wouldn't eat, and that's anecdotal, but there is literature on this. There's medical literature on this, and people have definitely made it accessible to the public. All the guys I named, and then there's another one. What was it? Dr. John Jacques. He's big on carnivore and one meal a day. But I mean, he's not a medical doctor. He's a PhD, but it's that doesn't mean you dismiss what he has to say. And Dr. Berg was trained as a chiropractor. But these people specialize. I mean, especially Dr. Berg, like he specialized in diet and looked at it so deeply for decades, and just shares everything, and is constantly putting out content. And it's like he's leaving a record for you to study and try out and see if the stuff checks out. Yeah, so I'm keeping the bulk of my amalgams because I don't want to make the holes bigger in my teeth, because they have to drill to take out the amalgams, and they're going to take out more healthy tooth to replace it, and I don't want to do that. I'm cutting my losses. I'm not getting any more healthy tooth drilled out. I'm cutting my sugar. I'm not doing any more permanent damage to my body. I'm not doing any more irreversible harm to myself. I'm ready to, you know, I'm ready to experience life the way it's meant to be experienced, with my health intact, with the abundance mentality, with I didn't prepare for this at all. Like these thoughts were growing in my head for a while, and I decided after I get my architecture license, I had a number of videos I was going to make. This was one of them. I'm also making a number of my mnemonic device videos. I put one up yesterday, which was the voltages video. I'm putting one up tomorrow, which is the Ohm's Law video. And then if I finish my masonry video remake, I'm putting that up 2 days from now. But that's an if. That's a maybe. Yeah. Not losing any more healthy tooth. By the way, this is turmeric tea with MCT oil. Apple cider vinegar worked wonders. It also helps me prolong my fast if I get hungry. Black coffee with MCT oil. I do take a little bit of fats when I'm fasting. I don't know if that kicks me out of my fast or not, but I find it works for me. I have some fats, I have some liquids. Once in a while I'll try dry fasting, and I won't have liquids either. But a lot of times I will take liquids and some fats, and I'll try to have my 2,000 calories or close to it or whatever in one meal sometimes. Or I'll split it up 2 meals, 1,000 a piece. One for lunch, one for dinner. I haven't had breakfast probably since I made that last amalgam video, a little over 2 years ago. I just thought I'd share. People seem to respond to the last one. And it's like, I feel bad. I feel bad for adding to this. Is disdain the word? Let me see. Yeah, I feel bad for, in a very small way, adding to this disdain that a lot of people have towards dentistry as an industry. And it's like teeth are very important. Teeth are probably very difficult to work with, and the industry has probably done a lot of good, but teeth are so problematic that we put our blame on them. But really, they're so problematic today because we're eating so much sugar. And it's like we all know it. We all know that sugar leads to cavities. I mean, we don't really talk about all the other problems it leads to. We don't talk about diabetes enough when so many Americans have it. We don't talk about the inflammation it causes throughout our bodies, and I don't know. There's a bunch of other issues that Dr. Berg talks about, like what it's doing to your arteries, what it's doing to your eyes, what it's doing to your um. I don't even remember. I'm not going to try to repeat them. Check him out if you care to. But yeah, I think I got everything out. Feel free to hit me up, message me, DM, whatever. If anybody out there disagrees, agrees, whatever, questions, comments, concerns, share them with me. I'm here to make this a conversation. All right. That is all, I believe. If I think of more, I want to make more content. I'm everywhere, I'm not just here. I'm everywhere. So connect with me wherever, man. All right. Peace, love, peace and love, y'all. Peace.